What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video right here on Theme Park Insanity, and today we made our way over to Blackpool to come and check out the Blackpool Tower Dungeon. Now, this attraction, along with all the former Merlin attractions here in Blackpool, including the Sea Life, Madame Tussauds, the Tower and the Circus, are all now under the ownership of the local tourism board here in Blackpool, which means they're no longer included with your annual pass. Now, ticket prices for it start around about £15, and of course there are concessions depending on your age, that sort of thing too. But we're going to go inside. There's been a bit of a change up. They've got a brand new witch show here, which I'm kind of sort of suspecting might be the same as the other kind of dungeons, but we'll go in and see anyway. As ever, I can't take you inside the dungeon, but I can certainly share my thoughts as soon as we come out, and of course there might be bits in there as well I can kind of show you, including the tavern at the end. So come join me as I experience everything a Blackpool Tower Dungeon has got to offer for the first time in quite a fair few years. Let's go. So before we do head inside, here's a quick look at your prices here, and as you can see, £15 for an adult, £12.50 for a child, disabled guests at £9.50, and carers also at £9.50 there as well. And the more you do, the more you save. So if you do 2 attractions here in Blackpool, you can do it for £24 or £20 per child. If you do 2 or more, £34 or £28 per child. So obviously there's a saving depending on how many you do. And if you want to enhance your visit, you can also get a food and drink and a guidebook for £23.50. But yeah, let's head inside. Right, booked in for one. So, go inside, and from this point onwards, I'll speak to you on the other side. If I survive. Let's go.
One hour later.
And that's the end of Blackpool Tower and the forgetful torture.
It is, yes. I'm always forgetful.
Well then, before we do sit down and discuss our experience, and I'll tell you something, that was a very different experience to my last one here at Blackpool, and in a lot of good ways as well. Just a quick look at the merchandise. So you got key rings, that sort of thing. All kind of letter key rings there. Resins, picture frames. Pretty much the same as you see in most of the dungeons, really. You got your pin badges there. Don't include obviously the new ones this year because it's under a different company now. Lanyards, cups, Sweeney Todd, that's weird. So they must have come out from London. Blackpool Tower Dungeon there you go. Plushes, water cups, a few bits and pieces there as well. And then of course you've got your hoodies with the logo on, t-shirts, socks, and posters. And you do also, in case you didn't already know, walk out into a tavern. So if you do want to sit down and have a drink, you can get one from over there, and yes, they do have beer. However, unfortunately, I'm driving today, so I won't be having one. Right, let's sit down and discuss our experience. Okay, so, as I said at the start, this dungeon and all the other attractions here now in Blackpool are no longer part of the Merlin franchise. And as that happens, that is an incredibly good thing, because our experience today stands well above your average dungeon run through. Now, the reason that I say that is that the actors and actresses they've got here today were absolutely fantastic. Each one of them went above and beyond to be as authentic, chilling, and just generally unnerving as possible. The scripts themselves, there's a lot of different ones here, so of course each dungeon has its local shows, and this one is no exception. Now, the Smugglers show, which was your sit in the chairs with the pokers and the audio and that sort of thing, has been changed up now, and it's no longer Smugglers, it's now The Witch. Now, in essence, the show follows the same kind of narrative as your normal sort of Curse of the Witch show at the dungeons, the ones like York and obviously London as well. But this one is very different because what they've done is they've amalgamated 2 types of shows together. Now, the whole set itself has had a full redressing, but the Smuggler Cave kind of thing is still there at the same time. And the idea is that you're in the dungeon of the actual Lancaster Castle awaiting to be hung. Well, this show features the chairs that we use for Smugglers with a brand new soundtrack, and your traditional elements of the witch show with the actual actress in the cage kind of doing her thing. I've got to say, it works really well, but it also feels very different from the rest of them too. And the rest of the shows flowed really well. Now, the experience itself lasts roughly around about an hour or so, thereabouts. And in all fairness, there wasn't a dull moment in there at all. Everything was to a T. The timings were perfect. The shows were well choreographed. It was just a very, very different experience to what you'd expect from the Merlin dungeons, if you will. I mean, obviously it's the same scripts, etc. But there was just something about them that hit differently here in Blackpool. So with that being said, obviously Blackpool no longer belongs to Merlin. I would very much like to see the same now happen to the likes of York, London, Edinburgh, and even the Warwick Castle. Because if this is what we can expect from a non-Merlin known dungeon, I've got to say, I think that's what needs to happen. They've already sold off numerous attractions. Obviously, as I said before, the ones in Blackpool now belong to the Blackpool Tourism Association or board. And that has allowed vast improvements in this attraction. The shows, very well looked after. The sets were really well looked after and clean. There was no broken elements in there anywhere. You know, things looked fresh and just really well maintained. So today's run through has been a really refreshing change. And it's certainly one that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it actually has been. And that's not just because I haven't been here for a while, that's genuinely because it's improved tenfold since Merlin have let go of this attraction. So as I said, if that's what we can expect from Blackpool under new ownership, I'd love to see the same happen to the rest of them here in the UK as well. As ever then, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure that you do hit subscribe and turn on notifications to avoid missing out on all future uploads here on the channel. And this year we're aiming to visit all of the UK dungeons. Now we've done York, we've done London, today we've done Blackpool. There's only Warwick Castle and Edinburgh left, and Edinburgh we'll be doing in summer, Warwick Castle around about the same time too. And there will of course be vlogs from the other ones as well. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications to avoid missing out. And if you have enjoyed this video in particular, I'd love it if you could smash that like button to let me know, and comment your favourite experience of the Blackpool Tower Dungeon in the comments below, guys. But from myself, Joe, here at Blackpool Tower Dungeon, this is Theme Park Insanity, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.